Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Gabriel890, back again with part 2 of my Super Nintendo collection. All right, so part 2, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this one, and starting us off, we got TMNT Turtles in Time. So a classic arcade beat 'em up that they ported over, and they did a fantastic job. And so I got this one from a good friend of mine for $2.50 in a bundle, of course. All right, and then following that up, we got Super Castlevania 4, another juggernaut, $36 off of eBay. Okay, then we got Breath of Fire. I bought a Super Nintendo lot, and it came with quite a few RPGs, including this one. And so this one we got for $8.33. And the same can be said for Illusion of Gaia. Another RPG. Alright, and then we got Secret of Evermore that I picked up off of eBay for $29.99. And the reason I wanted Secret of Evermore is because I had Secret of Mana, or Mana, for you purists out there. But yeah, $8.33. Okay, now this is a phenomenal game. I think many would agree. We got Chrono Trigger. This one at the time was the most expensive game I had ever bought, like as far as what I paid for it. And so that was $99. But yeah, this has crept up, not as fast as I was expecting, but still. Anyways, solid game. And I also picked up the DS version. Okay. Then we got Final Fantasy 6 or 3. No, in Japan, Final Fantasy 6. In the US, Final Fantasy 3. So this one I paid $60.98 for. And then it like dipped down to 50, and I'm like, what the heck's going on around here? And then it's gone back up a bit, not a lot, but anyways, I think it's one that any Super Nintendo enthusiast should have, as well as Mega Man X. Man, I remember like we couldn't get too far in this game like growing up, but man, we would pop it in like as often as we could just because you just felt cool playing this. So yeah, this one I got from my friend for $0. All right, then we got F-Zero. Gotta love the music in F-Zero. So this one, $5.64. So there was this kind of a retro game shop that was definitely overpriced, as most of them are. I think they're sometimes counting on those people that really don't follow video games or their prices, and they just want to play that game they used to play as a kid, and so they'll just pay whatever. And so, anyways, they had like this big wall of NES and SNES games, and all of them were just $5. And so you'd go through, and yeah, most of them were all just like super commons or sports games or whatever. And then I found F-Zero one day, and even at that time, like it wasn't worth like all that much. Like it was going for $15 on eBay. I don't know what it's doing today. Probably not much more, I'd imagine. But anyways, I remember when I took it up to the counter, the guy was kind of like, "What the heck? Where'd you find this?" And I was like, "In the $5 bin, baby. Bring it up." And he did so grudgingly. But anyways, that's how I got F-Zero. And then we got Star Fox, just pushing boundaries. Star Fox. $0 on this one. I believe that I originally paid $17.81, and then I got another copy in a bundle, and then I was able to sell that, to where it evened out to 0 for me. All right, and then we got Super Mario Kart, the original. I remember we used to rent this one quite a bit too growing up and have a lot of fun. And so this one I got for $25. And yeah, that's a pretty wild story. Okay, and then this one I found in a pawn shop, I remember. Kirby's Avalanche. And $6. That's what I paid. Alright, and then this one, me and my friend, we played this a ton. This was kind of one of our classic, every sleepover we got to put in Kirby Superstar. Just play through all the different games on this. Tons of good memories. So yeah, was a part of the bundle my friend just gave me. As with this, got Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. If you got Donkey Kong Country 3, then you gotta have 2. A lot of people's favorite. They felt like it took it to the next level. So yeah, got this one from my friend. And then this one I already had growing up. Of course, everybody did. Donkey Kong Country. Really fun game. Me and my friend in college would have like little mini tournaments and try to beat this game every so often. Alright, then we got Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. I remember my buddy that gave me this, he loved this game. And I've played a bit of it. I haven't finished it, and I probably should. But yeah, so a gift from my good friend. Right, and then this one I did pay for off of eBay, and that is Super Mario All-Stars. $21.99. Okay, then we got Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. So I got this from my good friend for $2.50. My beloved game. Alright, and then, yeah, like if you had a Super Nintendo, I think it was actually like an unwritten law that you had to own Super Mario World. And if you didn't, I don't understand why not. But yes, definitely a family favorite that we played a lot of and still play to this day. Just a phenomenal game. Okay, so that finishes off my cartridges. Now, as far as like CD games go and all that, I always like to have complete in box. It kind of drives me crazy if I don't. With Super Nintendo, I would love to collect complete in box, but unfortunately, that's just too dang expensive. Even like 10 years ago when I started getting into this, it was too expensive. But I have collected a few along the way. Alright, so we got Doom on the Super Nintendo. So this is one when our local grocery store was getting rid of all their Super Nintendo games that I bought this for $5. And I remember I walked home from school rather than take the bus just so I could stop at the store and buy this. Because, of course, I couldn't with my mom there. And I was totally expecting whoever was going to be at the register that they were going to be like, oh, this is rated M, you can't buy this. But they did not. And I remember I was like so excited. Okay. And then this is another one that I also bought from that grocery store. And that is Rise of the Robots. So this is a fighter game that I remember my mom was like, hey, you can pick out one game to buy because they were all $5. And I have no idea Like it's been so long that I could never remember what all the games were available for sale. But yeah, this is one of them. And what really made this so popular is, well, I don't know if it was back in the day, but interesting fact is the music is by Brian May of the band Queen. So yeah, that's kind of its claim to fame. All right, and then this one I found in a pawn shop. Uh, that is the Chess Master. So I could finally learn how to play chess like a master. But it was $7.39, and it came with it was like had probably been opened like twice. But yeah, I picked it up mainly for like the inserts and all that because it was like in perfect condition. All right, we got two left. Can you guess? They should be fairly obvious. So like I said, it was a little too pricey for me to go the complete in box route with the Super Nintendo, but I was like, you know what? There's two games that like I have to own complete in box, or else I won't be complete in box. And the first one is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Um, I started off playing the Zelda series with the original technically, but I didn't ever beat it because I was just too young. But the first Zelda game I ever beat was Ocarina of Time. Phenomenal game and still technically my favorite in the Zelda series. But everyone was always raving about this, and so finally I was like, okay, it's time, and so I played through it, and yeah, phenomenal game, and I can see like very clearly that a lot of elements in Ocarina of Time are built, on the foundation of A Link to the Past, especially like the music, and yeah. Anyways, phenomenal game, and so I paid $103.95. But this is like a collector's condition copy, right? The box, the manual, everything was just in phenomenal shape. And it's gone up a bit, so I can justify it a little bit. All right, and last but not least, without a doubt, my favorite Super Nintendo game, but also just one of my favorite games of all time. Growing up, I'd watch my brother play, and then one day he was like, dude, you need to experience this, like, play it on your own. Super Metroid. Oh man, it doesn't get like much better than this. Just everything about this game, like the atmosphere, the music, the level design, the enemies, the story, and the ending. Like, holy crap. Just such a cool game. And so yeah, I was like, I want to own this complete in box. And so I was scouring the internet, and I was on eBay, and it was just like comparing every copy for sale. And you would find one that was like pretty decent, but then they'd be like, oh, there's this big hole or this big gash like in the back or something like that. So, anyways, I found this one finally, complete in box, all the bells and whistles in phenomenal shape, just all the way around. And originally I paid $229.49. And for a while, I probably would have lost money if I tried to sell it, but now it's gone up quite a bit. But crazy story was my friend that he gave us his Super Nintendo and all his games. I had that copy of Super Metroid, which worked just fine, but there was a chunk missing out of the label. And so one of my best friends, who was my roommate at the time, he had a friend that had a bunch of Super Nintendo games, and he's like, "Hey, you should give them to my buddy." I don't know how he convinced him to do it, but he did. Like, he literally just showed up and was like, here's a couple of games, and one of them was Super Metroid. And so I sold my original copy because the new copy was in a bit better shape. And then someone was selling A Link to the Past and Super Metroid for $45, and they were in great shape. And so I bought those, and then I sold the second copy of Super Metroid. And so, anyways, it worked out that I am actually even with a complete copy of Super Metroid. So that's kind of cool. Shows that if you're really lucky and just keep getting free copies of Super Metroid handed to you, you can come out even. You can come out on top. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's it for my Super Nintendo collection. One of my favorite systems. Definitely, like, I grew up a lot more with it than I did with the NES. Uh, but yeah, what are some of your favorite Super Nintendo games? What are some cool, crazy finds you've had? This one's been out for quite a while. So, anyways, thanks for sticking around and have a good one.